my lovelies. How's everyone doing today? Just make hers up just a little bit. Back a little bit. Not too far back because I can't see. Oh, this is good. Hello, my lovelies. 11:11. Good morning. Oh, you guys got 11:11 over there, huh? Good morning, everyone. How is my loves today? How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Desi. Hi, RLR. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Hi, Franciscos. Hi, Bettina. How are you all today? Can I live? How are you? I know you tried to call me yesterday, so I apologize and we can talk today. Hi, Tracy. I'm here. Hi, Desi. What happened in Maui? Oh, I'm the educator. We will talk about Maui. I'm the educator. Good morning, Tracy. How are you? CLP. Hello. Hi, Cassandra. Hi, Lasagna. Hi, Lucille. Hi, Angels here to observe the end. I love that name. Love it. How is everyone today? I hope you all can see me well. All right. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Trisha. Good morning, Tiara J. Oh, dripping melanin. I love that name. They're so cute. Hi, Brown Sugar. Sugar. Hi, Deuce's mom. How are you? Soulfully yours. I can't find the Dove Mousse. It must not be in my state yet. Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that? I think California is a test state. You know what I mean? I think there's such diversity here that it is a test state. I can tell you, they test potato chips on us all the time. We will get the first flavor of some bullshit potato chip. I'm telling you. So I'm sorry. But find me 3 videos and then I'll just send it to you. Because the mousse is amazing. In case somebody doesn't know what she's talking about. In case somebody does not know what she's talking about, this is the Dove Mousse. I talked about it the other day, and I said, well, if you can't find it in your area, then maybe I can try and send it to you. But I do need 3 predicted its past or present, doesn't matter to me. And the timestamp. But this is the mousse that I was telling everyone about, what was it, last Sunday? This is Dove, and this is argan oil, which I haven't tried yet. Argan oil, by the way, is really good for the hair. I guess it might be good for the skin too. Oh, it says also perfect for shaving. And then this is coconut oil. And we all love coconut oil. And this is rose oil. And rose oil is my favorite. I have not tried these, but this is my favorite, right? And then yesterday, I took my dog to the vet, right? I think that's the one I used. Hold on a second. I took my dog to the vet. And whatever solution the vet is using on my dog, the dog comes back red and itching. She's 15 years old, and I guess like us, our bodies change or something, right? What is everybody saying? Just say you're like, let me just, Lover's mean to anyone except the elites. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I believe you. I took my dog to the vet, and the last few events, he comes back itching and red. And then he tells me he needs medication to stop the itching. And I was like, no, I'll get him some Benadryl. But I think what's happening is that the solution that you're using doesn't work on him. To girl. In any case, I had so much of the Dove that I thought I could give to the public, and I couldn't because it weighs too much. I could see how much it would cost if I go maybe to UPS. I went someplace else. Doesn't really matter. So I gave the vet Dove Deep Moisture. And let me tell you, my doggie came back smelling better than you. Oh yes, I'm bragging. Better than me. Oh yes, and happy. So it works on animals too. Dove does. Like, it's really good. Dove is the only soap that doesn't dry me out after showering. Exactly. That's awesome. Are you and what? Oh, Desi. Oh, they're asking if you're an educator, Desi. I don't even know what you guys are talking about, but she is an educator. She is a teacher. Oh yes. I have fabulous people of all types following me. Oh yes. In any case, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but yes, Desi is an educator. So, whatever y'all said, she does know what she's talking about. As an educator, she goes there. Oh yes. Laugh out loud. Love when Tracy says it. Oh yes. Are you going to talk about Oprah? Yeah. All right, so let's get some of the backstory in, because you know me and the backstory. Sorry. So, I went to Maui on vacation, and I met a couple of people. And I took some numbers, all right? We went on this place called Road to Hana, which, if I'm not mistaken, Oprah does have a home in Hana, if I'm not mistaken, right? Maybe, I don't remember anymore. Hana's so far away, I can't imagine she's a home in Hana. Doesn't really matter. She does have a home there, and then where our hotel was, right? So let's say this is, let's use the cars. Let's say this is our hotel, right? And let's say this is the road. This is the road right here. Main thoroughfare road, right? And our hotel is right here, right? And Oprah has property or a home. I think it's property. Oprah has property between the thoroughfare and our hotel. The locals aren't happy with her because they feel like she came over as an elitist and is being inconsiderate to them. That's how they feel, right? And it could be justified. I don't know. I was just listening. I was like, this doesn't sound good. But now there's a fire in Maui. And the fire is near the hotel that I was staying at. Oprah does not allow anybody to step on her property, which has nothing on it. It's property. She has a home, I don't think she has a home where the property is. There's another home. And I remember somebody said she makes everybody take off her shoes. The locals see that as an insult. I didn't, because I know a lot of Asian people make you take off your shoes. I have gotten to that point because I have light carpet. I don't own this place. I'm constantly cleaning the carpet, and I finally came to the conclusion that everybody needs to take off their shoes because outside is so dirty. This is what I decided. The outside is so dirty. I'm just tired of bringing it into this light carpet. So my conclusion is the next time I get the carpet clean, everybody's going to take off their shoes, and I'm going to see how long I can keep it clean, right? Okay, we're good? So I didn't see that as a bad thing. I think the locals saw it as a bad thing because it's not their custom, it's not their practice, right? If Oprah was in Asia, it would be perfectly fine, right? But she's not in Asia. So let's be clear about that. Let's be clear that she's not in Asia, and that sometimes local customs, maybe what you do doesn't really apply to local customs, but that's neither here nor there. They've adapted. They're like, oh, whatever. So my hotel is here, right? Can you see my hotel? This is my hotel. This is the main thoroughfare. And in the main thoroughfare, you have to, because this whole section is closed, you have to drive around to get to the hotel, which takes about 40 minutes from this point. From this point, Oprah's property, you drive, and 40 minutes later we're at the hotel. Oprah doesn't let people go on her property. She says no. She says, it's mine, it's all mine. No, you cannot touch it. No, right? But if they could touch the property, it would take 10 minutes, zoop, to get to the hotel. So from here, right, zoop, it would take 10 minutes. Wait, what? What? So I'm like, wow. You know how you just process something and you go, wow. I'm going to swallow that. That's a lot to take in. I don't know what that means to me. Now, I'll be honest with you. I've always said this to people. I have it on video. I raised my son on Oprah. I raised my son on the Oprah show. All right? 4 o'clock, my little weird kid would come in and he'd be like, Mom, Oprah's on. He didn't want to go play. He wanted to watch Oprah. I made him watch Oprah. At some point, he got addicted to Oprah. As we all did at one point. I raised him on Christ Jesus and Oprah. And here's what I've learned by having him watch Oprah. He understands women's issues. Do you know what I mean? While Oprah would be on, we would discuss what was going on. And I made him a better man by watching Oprah show. Let's be clear about that. Not Oprah, Oprah show. And the content and what she had to say. Like, I'm proud of myself for years and years and years of choosing that format to get my son to understand women's issues. Now, the reason why I say that is because many African American men, they're not taught to love from the gut. They're not taught to be kind to us. They're not taught that when we cry, we're not just crying. We're crying because we're crying. And they're not taught to say, how can I help with that? How can I help with those tears? Or they're not taught to just let you cry and put their head on their shoulder and just let you cry. And I'm using the word crying because that's the extreme of women's emotional events. It could be just being upset and, you don't give it to anybody at work, but then when you come home, you want to be like, ba 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 ba, how could she do that? Ba 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 ba. And my son would invest in his wife's emotions. Do you know what I mean? Like, even if she's wrong, and trust me, she's not always right. But I love to watch how he invests in making her feel that what she is complaining about is the realest thing ever. He does not take the moment away from her. And I feel like all of that came from watching Oprah. I watched the way my son deals with his wife, and I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And then as years has gone on, I've been hearing things. You know, I heard Chicago does not care for her, and I was like, they don't? All of Chicago? You know, I heard that her audience used to be massive, and then it started shrinking because people stopped caring for her, and then they put up this optical illusion to make you think the audience was full. And they did that for years before they finally were like, listen, we got to shut this show down. No one's coming. And again, I still stayed quiet. I was like, you know, I like to support people that I love, so I'm not going to look at this. I'm going to wait and see what this is. But this is not good. Whatever it is, energy, and this is what it comes down to, energy was getting revealed out of her. People were feeling her energy, even if no one kind of said it. But you know, none of us can be around bad energy. Diet Queen. She goes, something in the buttermilk is just not good about Oprah. That's it. You're always like, what is it? What is it that makes us kind of go? And the more we questioned what that was to ourselves, the more she became more of an elitist. I don't know if you guys saw that. And to be honest with you, the whole time that she had the Oprah show, it didn't really seem like she cared about ethnic people. That's what I heard, and I kind of did look at that. And then she wound up with the OWN show, and that was about to fail. I don't know if you guys remember that, and the Discovery Channel owns the OWN show. And then she put out all these black products with OWN. And bingo, bango, she's back. She saved herself. Discovery saved the day. So now there's a fire over here near the hotel I was staying at. And I contacted a couple of people and I was like, how are you guys doing at the fire? Because I know what that feels like. You know, we are fire prone in California, so I absolutely know what that feels like. And one of the girls says, I can't breathe. So I just said a prayer, sent a prayer in her email, literally praying to God that she would maintain her health while they go through these fires. And then they contacted a guy, and I was like, how are you doing? And he said, I was at the airport when the fires broke out. They closed down a particular road. I got stuck at the airport overnight. And he said, but the fires are back again. And then he said, Oprah opened up the road, her road, to fire emergency people, but not to the locals. Not to the locals? And then I just read there was a drought, which there can be a drought, because Maui, Hawaii never rains. When we were there, it rained for 2 days. It never rains. Apparently there was a drought, and Oprah was still watering her grounds. And she wouldn't open the road to the locals. Do you understand what that looks like? Do you get that? There are locals that have children and husbands and wives. There are workers that got stuck at that fire. There are people that may have had to pass the fire to get back home when they could have just walked up the road. And to give permission to the emergency authorities, I'm sorry, emergency authorities, you take the road. It's not a question. It's not permission. It's like, oh, by the way, we're on your road right now, saving buildings, saving lives. I personally, and then interesting enough, I was telling a woman in Maui that, I don't know how we got on Oprah. Probably we were talking about this road that she doesn't let anybody cross over. And I was like, I raised my son on Oprah and Christ. And the woman was really funny and really cute. And she goes, I don't appreciate that you said that. And I was like, I don't really care. Like, her rhetoric was an excellent tool to teach my son. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that today I'm going to co-sign anything you do, Oprah. Anything. You're despicable. You're disgusting. And for you not to let the locals through your land, that's a real bitch move. It just is. And I'm not even disappointed. It's not even about that. It's about your relationship with your spirituality. It's about tricking us all these years that you understand the Kundalini, that you're going to have like online classes with spiritual people because you want to stand next to them and you want to look spiritual. But if you were spiritual, if you were, it wouldn't have been a question about your land to open it up. It would not have been a question. Disgusted. Just disgusted today. It takes everything to be a spiritual person. Remember, I told you guys, like, oh, Tracy, you're so nice, you're so nice. Like, no, I'm really not nice. I work at being nice. Do you understand? It's a process. It's a lifetime process for me. Oprah, practice being nice. Because your skin is showing. And you're scaling right now. You need to rub against a tree. Because you are not in my sphere. Not. You're disgusting. Who is talking? Excuse you. I am being responsible and people understanding that if there's something out there that is not acting in other people's interests, I am being responsible in telling people that Oprah is being irresponsible in her spirituality. Oprah, you're ugly. And not opening up your road is the ugliest thing you could have ever done. Ugly. It cost you nothing to be kind. Thank you, Desi Doll. We have to hold people accountable. She claims to be spiritual. Be spiritual. All the way. You know what I did the other day? I gotta tell you this story. I'm at Big Lots, right? I see this man walking, kind of funny, right? And I was like, God, I don't want to see this. I was like, don't make me look. Don't make me look. I look. The man has no shoes on. I'm going to Big Lots with my special needs sister. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had no money. Wait, did I have money on me? Oh, no. I did have money on me. So I said, I didn't tell my sister, because talk about selfish. I went into Big Lots. I made a beeline for the shoes. And I said, oh, okay, Big Lots sells shoes. It's a store here in California. I went back out to the guy. And I found him. And my sister's like, where are we going? Where are we going? I said, just come with me. I went back out to the guy. And I said, can I buy you a pair of shoes? And he said, someone's buying me shoes right now in some other store. And I was like, oh, okay, thank God. And so then he looks at me and he goes, but I'll take money. And I was like, oh, okay. So I reached in my purse. I didn't have a lot of money. but I had like $8, and my sister had 10. So I had just given her 5 of the 10, and so I gave him the 8, and then I realized I had her 5. I took out the 5 and I gave that to him, and she's literally holding her 5 like this, and I look at her and I go, "Give him your 5." And she goes, "No, no, no." And I said, "Tony, give him your 5. No matter what happens, I'm going to buy you something in Big Lots. Get a grip. Give him your," and I'm screaming, I'm like, "Give him your 5." I'm screaming at her, right? And she gives it like, "Okay, then, okay." She gives it. Oh my God, funniest thing ever. So we go shopping, and then my sister's so sweet. She goes, "You can keep the 5." Of course, she's walking out with a bag like this. She goes, "You can keep," because I was like, I'll replace it, stop. She's walking out with a bag full, and she goes, "You can keep the 5, sis." Like she's doing me a favor. I was like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. I say that to say, I saw a man with no shoes, and I had enough. If I can give my sister $10, I had enough money to buy him a pair of $9 Big Lot shoes. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a lot, people, to go out your way, to be kind. It takes effort. It takes everything. And that's how we should all be, Oprah. We should all be kind. And that land's not yours. And what I can tell you, Oprah, is that you're messing with Pele, and then people believe in Pele. Not stepping in that old Pele stuff. And they believe Pele gets mad at people. Oh, no. Not messing with that Pele stuff. Nope. It's their version of God. Nope. Not messing with Pele. Pele's crazy, apparently, and erupt those volcanoes. Nope. There might be something real about Pele. I'm not stepping into Pele, spear. No. They don't play, right? The natives always say, right, we don't own the earth. The earth owns us. Isn't that the problem we're having in America? America will never rest, ever. We took the land from natives. We took it from natives, and we robbed human beings and brought them here. So you've got 2 major problems in America. America will never rest. Historically, we will never rest. Historically. So really, Oprah? Really? You're going to mess with the natives? And you could tell the disdain. They weren't trying to say out loud how much they hated Oprah, but you could feel the disdain. Oh, by the way, they love Obama. They love that man. And they're like, Obama was born here. Oh my God. Like, they were just annoyed. He was born here. Oh, but Oprah. All right. So, with all that being said, please, God, talk to me about Oprah. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see, Father God. Oprah is your child, your love, your beloved. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. Resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. Remembrance. Emotionally drowning. Still a lot of growth. This is what she's going through right now. Something's going on with her right now. Emotionally drowning. Emotionally worried a lot. She's actually very sad a lot. But the perception is growth. The perception is I'm fabulous. Let me use that word. But above her, there's some drama coming. These are clouds. And she's already immersed in some emotional stuff already. All right? There's something about her that's about to be exposed because this woman is naked, all right? But as she's drowning internally, I believe this is internally, there's more coming because this is a storm. She's about to be exposed. All the while she's saying, don't look at me, don't look at me, all right? All right, my eyes bothering me today. She's getting tangled up in her power and in her products. She's getting tangled up. She is forgetting herself. She is no longer spiritual. She doesn't have third eye like you and I. But she wants you to believe that she has third eye. She doesn't. And she uses her throat chakra to appear to be harmonious with one with the spirit, right? There are going to be some major changes, Oprah. Now, I was telling a woman yesterday, whenever I get this card of evolution, it's major changes, not little, it's big. This card is almost, is this the tower to me? I don't know if this is the tower. But it's transformation, earth changes, climate changes. So, I don't know, Oprah, maybe your house will burn down in Maui. The fires are bad. And I'm not wishing it, of course. But I don't think this is that type of physical change. Evolution is change that's, no, actually it could mean that. It could mean, or, I'll go with my, or it could mean after this event, the locals might tear your house down. Like the locals. Oh, Garden. Garden said it must be about the school in Africa. The girls are being used in the worst way possible. Yeah, I had a discussion about that. Yeah, there's going to be some major changes. Yeah, maybe it's not Maui. Maybe it's Africa. And maybe that's what's being exposed soon. Oh, yeah. Earth changes, climate change. Usually when I get this, I can tell a woman she's going to be pregnant, right? Because once you're pregnant, you can never be unpregnant. Once you have a baby, you can never not say, I was never pregnant. You can never not say, I never had a baby. But earth changes, climate changes means the ground that you're standing on will bottom drop. Like, everything changes. All right? And it's meant for the good. The way I see it, it's being completely exposed. So it does mean that everything about you is gonna be revealed. I get prosperity begins, but I get it in a past position, so your income will be affected. I get movement, choices, and decisions, all right, under power, self-confidence, productivity. So you might be thinking about relocating somewhere permanently. And I get fertility, which is interesting because when I talk to someone who's like young, I see the other card is fertility. So I see these both as fertile. All right, as a future card, right? Interesting. There are at least 5 different things that will conflict Oprah. Carlos, I believe that 5 different things or people that will conflict Oprah, particularly people that love her or family members. That's a good question, Crazy Cat. That's a good question. One of them will be a man or a fire sign man who is going to give her some angst. The other is a child. Although this is showing up as a boy child, this is an action card. So it also could be a child that is maybe ready to speak out. Maybe the school is having some problems, and it's in a past position, so it's already going to happen. Or a bunch of teenagers, children or teenagers, right? And I think she does house, and this could be bad news, and this could be the teenagers, right? And it's definitely about money, over money, not enough money, something to that effect, right? More child energy. Oprah, something's going to come out because of children. Amy, Army, everyone has. Email me for your own personal reading. Why do I always do this? At psychictraceybrown@yahoo.com. Please like, please share. Please comment. I love the comments. Too much child and teenage energy. Maybe something about pregnancies. Maybe. Oh, God. Fertility. Pregnancies. It is about the school. What's going on over there? What's going on, Oprah, over there? Wow. Fire sign man, +2 women, probably at the school. I don't know, B. Butler. I have no idea. I'm telling you what I see. I don't know that, Reese. I think there is an issue with maybe at least 3 to 5 girls that will come out fighting and will probably say they have been abused in Oprah school. Oh, somebody's telling me that school's fishy. Well, I'm gonna say something's wrong with that school. And 3 to 5 girls have either gotten pregnant, had an abortion, something's wrong. Now, you guys don't remember there was an issue years ago. Do you guys remember that? There was an issue at the school. They were being abused. Oprah went to save the day, and her version of saving the day was, I'm going to give you my cell phone number, my personal cell phone number to call me directly, right? You remember that, Carly? What if the issue never got cleaned up? Yes, I remember they already had sexual abuse scandal, right? What if it never went away? What if these poor girls are victims? And by the way, do we ever hear, I think I remember one year where we saw some of the girls graduating, but why aren't we hearing consistently from the girls that they've graduated, that they've moved on to become scientists or something like that? Something's wrong. Something's wrong at that school. Because remember, like, I never know how spirit talks to me, right? And you guys know that. I say that all the time. I'm going to talk. You're going to understand something before I do. So if I had Oprah here in front of me and I kept saying fertility, pregnant, like, I said this card means pregnancy and fertility. If I had her here, she would be like, I know what that means, right? I don't always know what it means. I really have to talk, really have to process. But then I got to this pregnancy card. And this is a resounding pregnancy. And then I connected the dots. And I'm like, children, teenagers, and then pregnancy. 3 to 5 women, 2 are older, 2 are grown. There's a problem in that school that will affect your monies, Oprah. There's a couple of nasty men. The children can't even concentrate. Oprah, this represents you, all right? You were fighting for them, and then you stopped caring for them. Something about the local government and you and you could not do what you thought you could do. You would have been better off, Oprah, actually inviting these young girls to come to America. You would have been better off building a school here. More costly here, so I understand why you did it in Africa, South Africa. Oprah, if a scandal comes out, you will go from this, which is a woman of wealth, to all of that changing to being impoverished and poor. I don't know if you guys can see that card. Impoverished and poor. It will come out, whatever it is, you're right, because Uranus and Taurus is exposing all of this corruption. I mean, look at Epstein, corruption. R. Kelly, corruption. Acosta, corruption. The connection to 45, like, all of this is being exposed. And it's interesting because whatever's being exposed, they've been doing it for so long that they're shocked that they're being exposed. They're shocked. But Uranus in Taurus doesn't allow you to be shocked anymore. And all the planets are retrograde. And the planets that are retrograde, what is it? Pluto, that talks about karma. All right? Yeah, Uranus in Taurus, I don't know who said that. Uranus in Taurus is a beast. It has to come out. It has to get cleaned up. And let the shit ride. Clean the shit up. Say something. Enough already. If you're innocent, prove it. If you've done shit, it'll be the worst day in your worst life with Uranus and Taurus. And Uranus and Taurus is here for 6 years. And remember, that's it. She's a fixed sign. So remember, your Tauruses get hit first, period. Taurus is stubborn. They like to do things a certain way. Also, Taurus is about love of the land. So if Oprah didn't take care of the love of the land, Uranus is like, bitch, what? Tauruses go first. The other fixed signs go first. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. Because we're fixed and we're stubborn, and it's hard for us to not do things the same way, fixed signs. Everybody else gets affected, period, because Uranus is going to take down structures. Uranus is going to change our money, change our churches, change conglomerates and how they operate. And she's an Aquarius. Thank you. Desi, she's an Aquarius. All right, guys. As always, I'm late for church. Not church, Bible study. I didn't mean to start late. I think I started 5 minutes late. So hopefully I have like 10 minutes to get to church. All right, final outcome. Oprah, be ready. Be ready. The final act of kindness would have been opening that road for the locals. You didn't, the locals get to come for you. Pele, don't play. Now, you think you're spiritual? Watch Pele. You think you're spiritual? Okay, Oprah, you're spiritual. Okay. So sad. Remember Steve Harvey? Nobody believed me that Steve Harvey was going to lose everything. Remember? They're like, that girl is crazy. A year later, what happened? Crumble, 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 crumble. I'm not saying it's going to happen right now. I'm saying something's going to happen. Because she's pretending to be something that she's not. And that is not allowed. Spiritually, it's not allowed. Energetically, it's not allowed. You can't fool and fuck with the natives. You can't do that. Over her. All right, let's see. Final outcome. Oh, doesn't. All right, I'm just going to stop here. Upside down, upside down. Victim. Oh no, Oprah. No. Oh, who cares what you're sensing? Victim. It's upside down, so you get the shadow card. Oh. Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. So, whatever's about to go down, she's going to allow the public to believe that someone's coming for her, blah, 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 blah. Um, who's the victim, Oprah? Who's the victim? Are there victims at your hands, or are you the victim? Who really is the victim here? We'll figure it out. The story hasn't been told as of yet, for the second time. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for letting me do this. Email me for your own personal reading at psychictraceybrown@yahoo.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you for the kisses. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you all. This was a tough read. Sad. All right, guys. Love you. Bye.